Hey yo, smoked out battles, we're all the best, cause we got shots on deck like Project X. Delta, make some fucking noise! I'm your host, Red Shirt Mike. I got a co-host to my left.
Little booties matter, let's go.
I got another co-host to my right.
Mongers, Surrey, let's go.
Yeah! I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Endo Extractions, Icon Living, and Caribou Brewing. That being said, let's get into this shit right here. I got a battler on my left.
Yo, what's up? It's Lokust. Fucking Surrey, make some noise right now.
I also, surprisingly, have a battler on my right.
What up? It's Vokab back here, smoked out again to make it happen. Yo, smoked out, no coast. Shout outs to Verse Tracker. Let's get this going, man.
Oh, jeez.
It's heads.
Get him.
Oh shit, Lokust won the coin toss. He has chosen to go first. Let's go.
All right. When you battled Whoop, there it is, you wore a shirt that said tuxedo. I thought that was really clever. When you had those colors on, it was the first time ever this racist was part of black and white being together. Now I'm here in Surrey facing Vokab, what a pleasure. To where I'm flowing now, broke damn, you ain't stopping me. Thought I was bored with the game, but this battle's playing Monopoly with missing cards. You obviously got no chance. And your wife's breast is a community chest. Anyone could fuck that coke hag. No disrespect, I'm not talking slicing necks when I'm giving her the throat stab. Now I'll put a knife in my own brain and claim my wit is the sharpest. You think I was a graffiti artist drawing pictures of your hardships and I started with the foot, cause this is an instant toe tag. Yo, it's Vokab, the walking definition of a very pathetic broke man. He's the only grown man known without a phone plan. Never has to call no one cause he normally has no plans. He sits at home alone watching battles till his eyeballs are so tan. He falls asleep, wakes up, forgets what he's doing, like, oh man, what am I watching? These raps are so bad. Who is this loser? Oh, it's me, Vokab. Then you get so sad. Your audience base is a stuffy hot room in the summer, you got no fan. Oh, Vokab, you're so stan. If 8 Mile never came out, you'd sell cars and old vans. Which is funny. Your car situation isn't going as planned. It's like a crappy zoo. Nothing but some greyhounds and a broke down ram. Now you think you're a Don Juan because you once made love so hard you got a broke hand, but your love life is more like a shitty shellfisher, man. Somehow you catch crabs even though you're getting no clam. Now I already know what Vocab's gonna say about me before he's gonna say it. Something about how my comedy's far from the greatest. Fucking the size of my gut or age difference, how I was alright in King of the Dot but wasted away when he stayed with it, plus a bunch of other lame shit that's not entertainment. How does any of that matter? Let me state what my brain's citing. It's been more than like 15 years since Mike Tyson stepped into the ring to box. Would you fight him, grab him by the ear and bite him? Would you wave an infinity stone in front of a mad titan? It's a fact when I snap, I'll have half the people in your cast iron. Now, it's a dark night. Yeah, it's a dark night, and I'll put you in your place. Not talking Bruce Wayne falling into caves when I say I'm in your face with the bats flying. Oh, you wanna flex? You wanna flex some guns? I'll fucking break your arm like a mad fighter for no other reason except being your first cast signer. 98 Toronto basketball. These raps timeless. So when you say I have the value of a cracked diamond, it's half shining. When I reflect my light correct, shitty pet sitter guaranteed his cat's blinded. Fuck it. You thought I left battling like something's wrong with me? Botched lobotomy. That's mindless. I just abandoned the ship to give some boys a chance to float by him, but now I'm sailing back, and the whack are getting washed away fast, so I'm not fitting you for a hat when I say I capsize it.
Vokab, let's go.
It's Lokust versus Vokab in a battle without any of the buzzwords. In a matchup so old that it rivals the original version of ketchup versus mustard. See, I battle on some of the best cards in West Coast history. Well, you were battling on some of the best in Toronto. But what we both have in common, as soon as KOTD got big, Organic stopped calling both of us pronto. The difference is I adjusted my game, improved my vertical, while you've only grown horizontal. Now you're just an old guy trying to hang with the young kids like LeVar with Lonzo. So y'all know my track record, I only play to win. And based on all the gay and mom and wife jokes used over the years to catch us Lokust, I guess all it took was just some low-hanging fruit to bait them in. Because for you, rapping out your past is a satisfying act. 10 years in the game and you still lack to find a grasp. The difference is they'll always remember me even after I collapse because I came here to give Lokust smoke like sunshine in a magnifying glass. I mean, look at your career. You set a fine example, bro. Reliving battles from 2010 like you're trapped inside a zone. This guy here could take some of the finest poetry from Maya Angelou, spit it out his mouth, and somehow make it sound just like a queef from a giant camel toe. He's yet to find a home and you know that he's finished. How do you call yourself a locust when you rap all I hear in the crowd is just crickets? Now let's get to specifics. As I twist and I pivot, your hairline looks like someone put a T on your head and hit in a divot. As I'm hitting a minute, that's how you stay flow counting. Your battles make women put their clothes on, like J. Cole albums. History shows us anything, you're just an awful rapper who gets flustered and loses in the second round like the Toronto Raptors. See, I got this in the bag while you're just a purse snatcher. Want to know how bad he is? There's no better way to learn faster than to visit my sponsor, Verse Tracker. People be looking at me like the way I burn matter. God damn it, Vokab is just like I left Earth after. Now smoked out. I'm only here because I get love. So tell me what the fuck is a locust compared to a stick bug? There's one round in this bug here is already dead to me. And based on your sexual tendencies, you should probably change your name from locust to the human centipede.
Round 2, Lokust, let's go.
It's just an experiment in college. All right. Whenever anybody says that he's the man, so he's followed by with a huge head and broke our ceiling fan. You're 6'5" and growing. That can't be healthy. Wow. If I pushed you right now, I could go to the bar, order the drink, chug it down, hit up the bathroom, take a piss, go outside, smoke a pound, come back in here, finish all 3 of my rounds, and you'd still be like halfway towards the ground. Now, I watched your battles in preparation for this. All of them were dull. I would call you a Neanderthal with that gigantic skull, but they turn into humans, and after years of battling, it's obvious you can't evolve. I'm just really playing. This is all I'm saying. This is a compliment. You actually look like the offspring of Channing Tatum. If Peyton Manning, John Cena, and Jay Leno's chin raped them, and when you were born, you were left for dead in the Himalayas, but survived the situation because you were raised by Sam the Caveman. Now, this is the truth. And you've been trying to hide it. Vokab's dad is one of those giant stone heads from Easter Island. Which raises the question, how desperate was your mother to seek out and find it? Now, I heard you got a wife now. Way to go. You're lucky you could fuck a bitch. Or even get her to touch your nuts a bit. But his wife never gives him head because she thinks he already has enough of it. That's good. Jesus Christ! You speak too much. Your mouth's a screen door on a windy day. It just needs to shut. Second round, you'll die soon, but I can speed it up. You think it's high noon in the desert the way the sun is heating up. Now you're a mongoloid who looks really freaking tough. I bet you could beat me up. I might be a comedian, but you look like Bill Burr on Michael's Secret Stuff. Now, basketball and rap are the same for this chump. All you did was take time off to fuck around. Lawnmower over your 4-leaf clover, yeah, your luck is out. Yeah, you might think you're the king because you took a trip here to battle now. You might get called for traveling, but your whole career's been up and down. Now this is something Vokab needs to take time to accept. Never excelled at basketball due to ego, so we tried rhyming instead. It's obvious cockiness blinded success. Never took off from the court because he was weighed down by the size of his head. Ego. So bro, you can't ball, even though you're tall. The only time you made a jam was after collecting berries with his grandma in the fall, and it was delicious, y'all. And speaking of your gam, she gave me some head. But only licked my nuts and scrotum. It was a really strange fantasy. Her blowjobs are similar to his on-court strategy. I guess being a ball hog runs in your family. And when I came in her face, the amount of semen was a lot. She never even put her hands up the block. That's what I call an uncontested shot. Now she cradled my balls and let me go places no man would ever go. We're talking basketball, but you think I was a bogey golfer the way she gave me extra strokes on every hole. Now I say some gross shit, like your mom's pussy smells like a bag full of sweaty jerseys in the summertime. Or a pit full of shallow grime. These bars so sick the continents make the vowels die. You play ball? Not anymore. Game over, you're out of time. Well right now you think I was Jordan in his prime as you watch me take off and go over heads from these foul lines.
So basically, for you, like I mentioned, for you trying to see those up, motherfucker, you look like CM Punk if he came back under the name CM Plump. For you, life is all bad. Your girl let you use your hall pass when she came home and caught you passed out on the couch watching the movie Mallrats with your pants around your ankles, a beer in your hand, and the family dog there licking your ball sack. Speaking of beer, I don't know if someone's been saying this stuff or if I'm making it up, but you know what your career and a six-pack of O'Douls have in common? You both proved that creating a buzz just isn't something that you're capable of. I'll drag his face through the mud and proof you can still teach an old dog tricks. And because I'm battling you, it means no one from KOTD, URL, iBattle, No Coast, Beast Mode, Bots, PNR, BBB, 4MC, Sky Tier, or any other leagues will watch this. My last 4 battles, I'm on some no-loss shit. Matter of fact, I got so toxic, I made crowds feel it in their face like some Botox lips. Now, I didn't come here to disparage your health, but we're both in our 30s, so it's time you learn how to take care of yourself. So for your health goals, let's go ahead and start with Plan A. Quit hiding packs of mayonnaise inside your lampshade. What? Plan B, go to the basketball court, learn how to hoop, and start balling out. Because for you, your definition of balling out is when your eyes are watering and you're irritated by the pollen count. I mean, you're just basketball, Mark. I mean, you're just a teeny, stocky man who fits the description of every criminal who's ever been arrested for exposing themselves in front of a bikini coffee stand. You look like you play in a real awful band name designed to appeal to any hockey fan. So listen up, old grasshopper. This might be your last opera. You'll never reach a status of a math hoffa, especially when a locust is dumb enough to drink out of any animal or insect's dirty, shit-infested bathwater. Ask doctors, they say this shit is hard to do. In some third world countries, you may be a delicacy, but out here you're just getting barbecued. So unless you're swarming, I don't know who will find you. I mean, you could go ahead and start a career as an Uber driver or maybe a scuba diver, but most likely you'll find them face down to a fresh pile of manure cider, only to come up to make a stupid freestyle flip and somehow reference it to talk about some other dude's mom's vagina. Round 3, you can stand there and keep spitting rhymes, but figuratively and literally, you just came here to eat shit and die.
Let's go! Round 3, Lokust, we got a battle!
All right.
Okay.
Your parents tried to abort you with a hanger as a fetus. And turn you into a ghost. So now Vokab hates his folks and gets PTSD every time they hang up a coat.
Out of here. Wow.
That was fun.
You were made fun of grown-ups so much, nothing now will bring this kid to tears. I don't know if you can hear what I'm saying from over here, but the side of your head's a bad corn harvest, nothing but little ears. Now, it would really help your features if I punched you in the face. Fuck that, barbecue right now, raise the stakes. I'll knock out every rapper from your place and turn every fucking person from Washington into a catatonic state. All right, last November, you and your buddies were like, hey, do you want to go see the Seattle Seahawks? Vocabs were like, yeah, that sounds great. It sounds like a fun time. But when he showed up that night, he was peeved off because he didn't hear him right. He thought they asked him if he wanted to see cock. So that was an awkward date. Your favorite pastime, cock to face. You've had more dick on your lips than people discussing Nixon during Watergate. So you suck dick as much as you bite people's shit. It's like you're trying to save the planet but got it backwards. I mean, most MCs are trying to cut down on putting out trash while you're the garbage master who keeps polluting the game because you're always recycling plastic wrappers.
That's crazy.
Now, every time you perform a show, it reminds me of Vacant Land. Your whole fashion style best described as junkie extra from Breaking Bad, mixed with a deranged monster that escaped the lab. You're a trend and I hate the fads. Lights out make you take a nap. You think I was hailing a taxi in traffic the way I'm taking cab. Now, you have stock in WWE. That's funny to me.
That's true.
You get money from grown men almost naked pretending to fight. That means he gets money from pretty much what him and his buddies do every night. Let me paint a picture of the sight. First off, everybody's white, shirts off, fists raised, like, virgins unite! Now, hey, how's your wife? Has she been well? I just got some intel. I heard you married her to disguise the fact you were an incel. So when it comes to having sex, that's not something that you do a lot. When it comes to banging bitches, when Vokab says that, he's just shooting dogs. So fuck raising the roof. I make planets come down. I get people hyped now when I'm jamming a sound. You couldn't move an audience if you drove a band in the crowd. Now, all right. R.I.P. R.I.P. to all the victims. I know the wound's still fresh, but you're so attracted to this movement of never getting sex. When you buy Dentine gum ice, you say, yum, it accelerates my breath. Now, maybe I embellished your hellishness, but tell me this, how come in America, when the temperature is Fahrenheit, why do you still measure it in Celsius? Now, the only thing this incel excels at is incest. He never takes a day off. I'm not talking drinking Faygo when I say you chug your gay pops. And you want to say I look like I'm laid off? Well, you're not fresh. You want to pull cash out right now and test on Montreal bagels. You don't got this kind of bread out west. And if you did, I'll break into your place and take your stashes. Mamus has been always got a mask in front of my face like a plane was crashing. Well, I don't actually rob people when killing's wrong, brother. But your dad is a giant stone head and I actually had sex with your grandmother. Now the truth is, I used to sell drugs galore. Fucking looking for a score every day and the cops coming my way. The only time you peddled in the hood was on your way to the store for a score spelt with a K. You're from Seattle, eh? A place where it rains even in the summertime? Makes sense because getting hit by lightning's the only way that Frankenstein can come alive. Last one. Now, you wanted to battle Lokust. You got the chance, nice try. But I don't think in his lifetime he ever spit a nice line. You're not liked anywhere you build connections, so get out the limelight. You're in Canada battling now, so you'll turn your back on your country when the time's right. What the fuck happened to grind time? It was a quality control issue. That's a direct quote. In Finite, you don't clean your scene up after you spill trash, so in hindsight, your flowing's unwanted in this country more than the Kinder Morgan pipeline. Oh, that was a nice line.
I just lost money.
Round 3, Vokab, let's go.
Yo, I do make money off of wrestling. And you have to fucking accept the scheme. See, I live with my wife, I love her, because love's a beautiful recipe. That's why I show up wearing my wedding ring, because bitch, she's married to the game like Triple H and Stephanie. Yeah, and you're an open mic comic. That's like being able to say that you barely made it. See, right now you look like Kevin Smith, but 10 years from now you're gonna look like Larry David. The smaller they are, the softer they fall. You're the Neanderthal in the chart of battle rap who never evolved. We're both students of the game, came from the era where they augmented freestyles, but in multiple leagues you failed to chase your shot. So that's why you never saw his offensive rebound. In your last battle, you're spitting very average, now you're getting geriatric. You've been so barely active that your sedentary habits are the only thing about you reaching legendary status. Gun bars! Nowadays, everyone's on that trendy shit. Well, a truck backfiring is the only time that you've seen a semi-spit. Tomorrow for Father's Day, I'll send you a bunch of videos of my son playing. Hit you with that extended clip. Then they'll find your body in a tenement, identify you by your dental prints. All you hear are people left echoing your sediments. Because the only thing worse than following a Twitter account of Kanye is going home and watching a Lokust battle after a long day. You're so stupid you walked into a Mexican restaurant. That's the joke. And tried to order a double entendre, then got kicked out for going in the bathroom that wasn't listed as hombres. Back in your single days, you'd post ads on Craigslist titled "Free Cock Examination." Then would invite women over after sleeping with their mans, telling them not to wash their hands and touch your meat. That's just cross-contamination. Laughter's a great remedy, and it's the perfect way to express some energy. But what really gets to me is how in every battle you'd always talk about what you do to a woman physically. You probably tie her in the sack quick. You don't look that fit to me. Plus, any good guy knows that the first steps you actually have to stimulate her mentally. So, homie, you need to stop that shit. Y'all ready for some awesomeness? Recently, he received a sign of the apocalypse when Spotify notified him they listen to every single song ever made by Robin Thicke. So it's losses like this that'll put your career in sudden doubt. And it's easy to guess that your favorite Tribe Called Quest song growing up was probably bugging out. So it's time to spread your wings and take a different flight plan, because just remember that Vokab has and will continue to be around forever, while this Lokust here has just clearly outlived his lifespan. So I travel at God's speed. That's faster than Mach 3. Somebody stop me, because this is the only guy in the room who's old enough to make whoop. There it is. Look like Josh G. Yahtzee, blocking your proxy. You can't handle this hot seat, so someone wheel him the fuck out of here like Drake and Degrassi. Time.
We're going to the Tigers. We'll be right back. Smoked Out Battles, live from HQ Volume 3. We just saw Vokab versus Lokust. Delta, make some fucking noise for that battle. Crazy battle, but the winner, Vokab. Yo.